Hi, it's Matt, and this is part 2 of my alcohol-free beer taste test. Last time I found about 15 beers in my local supermarkets, and since I filmed that one, I found another 7, so let's give them a try. I don't have a specific order to try these in, so I'm going to pick that one. A Shipful of IPA by Brutal Brewing. Wow, that's really golden, that. That's very bitter. Okay, there's some stuff going on here. Let me have a... This is incredibly hoppy. It's a bit caramelly. There's some sweetness to it. It's in a similar vein to the... Oh, what's it called? Nanny State by Brewdog. In its like pure hoppiness and slightly soapiness. It does have a slight bit of Weetabixiness to it though. Nowhere near the top of my list, but it's still on the good side, so I'll leave that over here. Next, let's go for a full commercial one, shall we? Carlsberg's Nordic Pilsner, alcohol-free. I think I might have drunk this before when I was in Denmark. Looks like lager. Tastes very wet. What do I mean by that? It's not overpowering. It is. I could happily drink that. There is. It's a thirst quenching summer beer. That I'm going for some more. I think this is everything I want from an alcohol free lager. Actually, it's kind of like beer flavored fizzy water, which I suppose is what all of these are. But there's barely anything to this, so there's nothing wrong with this. But I mean that as a compliment. I don't know the right words for this, but I like it. That's going to go on the yes pile. Becks Blue. This is the one that I see the most in supermarkets. And it seems to come in 12 packs or many packs. So I didn't buy it for the previous test because I didn't want to buy loads of it in case I didn't like it. So I was waiting to see if I could find it for just one can. So I found just one can. Let's try it. This definitely is the most prolific in supermarkets. Wow, is this one even lighter than the Carlsberg? That is sweet. Oh, this is very sweet. It's not like fully soft drink sweet, but if you get like one of those posh fizzy elderflower drinks or whatever, it's that kind of sweet. I suppose because I'm thinking of that, it must taste very floral. If I was going between this and the Carlsberg, I'd definitely choose the Carlsberg, but this is fine. If I really fancied a beer, I'd probably have it. I'm not going to buy it to have at home because it's the same with the Carlsberg. I'm not going to buy that. They're both on the beer flavoured fizzy water kind of arena. It's not horrible, so it's fine. It's fine. You can drink it if you want. But I'd probably choose a soft drink over it, but it's all right. Right, let's go for Moretti Zero. Now I'm hoping this will be a bit nicer than the other two. Because I would normally prefer Moretti to the average lager just because it's a bit, I don't know, maltier. Oh, that's very light. I was expecting it to be darker. This tastes flavoured. This is in the similar vein to the Peroni. And if you haven't watched my previous video, there'll be a link at the top and in the description below. The Peroni tasted like lime and soda. This also tastes like cordial in soda. I don't think it tastes anything like Moretti. It's very fruity. It just tastes like a soft drink. It's not beer. If someone gave me one, I'd probably drink it, but I'd rather have a Coke or something. Yeah, it's going to go down. No, it's not really beer. The other two, while they still taste like flavoured fizzy water, they're still beer. They still taste like beer, whereas that does not taste like beer. Next up is the Coast Hazy IPA. Just seen this even lists the variety of hops it's got in it. Simcoe, Citra and Mosaic. They're all very light. Wow. Yeah, that's a kick in the face of a flavour, that is. Right, that's a punch to the face with citrus straight away. Like, the first taste you get of that is nothing but citrus. Then the fizz comes through, and then once that's settled down, you start to get the more hoppy IPA kind of flavours on top of it. It's sweet. Having tasted this, I can maybe see where the Peroni and the Moretti's cordial flavours come from, because it's in this, but then there are undertones of beer after it. If you like a fruity beer, one of those really light golden fruity beers, then you'd probably like this. Yeah, we've just got a load of maltiness in the aftertaste now as well. That is a complex beer. It's going on the yes. Next we've got the Shipyard Low Tide Pale Ale. What have we got here? A stark contrast to the previous one. This is more like a traditional IPA. I'm getting a lot of bitterness. That tastes like an IPA, that's good. You can taste the hops coming through. I actually want to compare it to this one, seeing as I've had a couple of different ones in between. Oh wait, you can see the colour difference. Look how much darker this one is. Okay. The ship full of IPA is a maltier, muddier. As you can probably see from the colour in the Shipyard, it's more of a crisper, cleaner bitterness. So if you like a crisp, clean, hoppy IPA, then go for the Shipyard over this if you've got the choice. Considering I've only ever seen most of these once, you probably won't have the choice. I'm going to keep that on the left because I'm on second thoughts. I might not finish the bottle of that if I was given one. This is a yes. That's a beer. And now the seventh and final beer is Brewdog's Hazy AF. I've also brought along their Punk AF just as a comparison. So let's try the Hazy. I think I tried the Punk AF on my last video. I must have done. Oh wow, look how light that is. Oh, and it's hazy. Okay. Here we go. I'm tasting something like burnt toast in this. It's nice, I could drink that. It says tropical fruits and grassy notes mix it up. Oats and wheat unite for a smoother ride. Well, I don't get so much of the tropical, it's there a bit. It's nowhere near as hoppy as some of their other beers, but then again, I've been drinking a lot of hoppy beers. For someone who doesn't drink them so hoppy, then yeah, this might taste quite hoppy. I could drink a can of that. It's not going in my favourites, but it's nice. I just want to compare it now to the Punk AF because I've talked about the Punk before on my previous video, so I'm not going to talk about it now. I'm just going to compare it to the Hazy. Now I've had a taste of the Punk. Okay. Having tried it after that one, I can absolutely tell the fruitier, more tropical flavours to it. I can see where they're getting that from. I think it's got some similarities to the previous beers I've tasted, which meant I couldn't tell so many of the differences. But now I've had a swig of the Punk. Yeah, I can really see that. That's a much lighter one. Seems like everything I found this time are the more summery beers. Okay, so here's our final lineup. Starting at the bottom in the no pile, it's the Ship full of IPA. It's really bitter. It tastes weak to Bixie. It started at the top, and then I changed my mind and moved it down a bit, and now it's right at the bottom. I'm not going to have that again. The Moretti tastes like cordial in fizzy water. It doesn't taste like beer. It's not horrible, but why bother when you could have some normal cordial in water? In the middle, we've got the lagers. Becks, I wouldn't choose to drink it. Carlsberg, quite nice. If I really wanted a beer over anything else and they had one of these, I would go yes with the Carlsberg. With the Becks, I probably wouldn't, but I'm not normally a lager drinker. If you're a lager drinker, then yeah, this might do it for you. Then in the good pile, in no specific order, we've got the Brewdog beers. Punk AF, I showed you last time. The Hazy F is a nice alternative. It's something different. What they're doing here is they're giving us a range of different flavours. They've got 3 non-alcoholic beers that I've tried now, including the Nanny State, Punk AF, and the Hazy AF. If you want a lighter, fruitier, grassier, hazy IPA, then yeah, try that. Definitely different to most of the other things I've tried. Shipyard seems like a pretty good American-style IPA. And then this Coast is a onslaught of citrus flavour. If you like to have to think about what you're drinking from a flavour standpoint, then this is an absolute experience. I think it's got some wheaty bixiness in there. And it's being covered by the punch in the face of the citrus. I don't think I'm going to buy it again, but I think you should try it just because it's so different. None of these beers go above anything from my list on the previous video. Big Drop Stout is still my favourite beer that I've had that's alcohol-free. I did go to Brewdog's alcohol-free beer festival a few weeks ago and got to try a few more that I haven't been able to find since, and I just thought I'd mention a couple of them that were really nice. I'm just finding the pictures on my phone. Lowlanders 0% Wit. That was a very nice orangey beer. It kind of tasted like Blue Moon if you've had that before, but alcohol-free. That was really good. I could drink a lot of that. Big Drop Brewery were there. I've mentioned them lots of times. I'm not sponsored by them. They've never given me anything. Oh, no, wait. They gave me this coaster. I just really like their beers. But I tried their hazelnut porter, which was excellent. And I had a little taste of some of their special beers, which I haven't disliked anything of theirs. They're really good at this. Also, Nirvana Brewery's Hoppy Pale Ale. I tried that as well. If I remember rightly, I think that was a really grassy tasting one, a really fresh one. That was really nice. And possibly the most surprising beer I tried was Mikkella's Yuzu Sour. And if you haven't had it before, yuzu is I think, Japanese citrus fruit. It tastes kind of lemony, kind of orangey, kind of limey. It's just another citrus fruit. But in my opinion, better than all the others. And to have that in a beer was, wow, it was something else, so try it if you find it. Those are all my recommendations from the beer festival. They might be a little bit harder to find than these. I got all of these in the supermarkets, and all of the beers from my previous video are also from UK supermarkets. If you haven't seen that video, then it's linked below in the description, so give it a watch. And if you've tried some non-alcoholic beers, let me know what you thought of them. And if you've found any that are better than any of the ones I've tried, then please let me know. I'd love to try them. If you want to see more from me, then click subscribe. I'm Matt Gray Yes on all the socials, so follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And wow, this outro was about 15 attempts. It may have even taken longer than the rest of the video. That'll have to do. Clap.